All right. Hi, everybody. It is Kristen from Finalsite, and today we're going to talk about an important topic relating to your website. So, as you know, over the last year, some of the most important interactions happened online. And for schools, that meant that their websites quickly needed to shift to what we are now calling their digital campus. And it has set a major precedent for the future. So we've actually found in recent website data that your school's website is now the #1 factor in a family's decision to enroll. So a big piece of your digital campus that is now so necessary is providing an online look at your school. And this includes virtual tours, which I'm so excited to talk to you about today. So I have Lisa Franzino, CEO and co-founder of Circlescapes, which provide really great and engaging virtual tours for schools. So welcome, Lisa. And I think we just immediately want to jump in and get your input in why schools should have a virtual tour.
Well, a virtual campus tour, as you just mentioned, is really a great way to showcase your school, your campus, your programs online without having to meet people face to face. And of course, COVID-19 changed the ability to do in-person tours, making it really difficult, if not impossible, over the past year to conduct in-person tours. So really the campus virtual tour featured on your website has been an indispensable tool for admissions and for marketing. And there's all types of campus tours, right? There's slideshows, videos, 360 tours, maps. Well, Circlescapes does 360 tours because they're interactive. And studies show that the more interactive your tour, the more engaging, the more of an emotional connection you make with the visitors. Having that engagement is different than just passively watching a video. So we feel like a 360 tour with some interactivity is going to be a little more effective than having that video tour.
Yeah, absolutely. And videos are so great, but if you can take it a step further, that's just that much better. So in terms of what Circlescapes provides with the 360 tours, what makes you particularly unique?
Yeah, so again, I mentioned that we do the 360 tours. So photography is front and center for us. So we have all the latest equipment and we're very skilled at setting up the scene to make the campuses look their best and to capture the campuses at their best. Stunning photography is huge because it's going to be full screen and it's just that immediate visual that people are going to connect with. We do a custom branded interface. So Finalsite takes all of the care and time to make beautiful websites, with your design team. So we want to emulate those design elements in the virtual tours interface. A lot of other companies kind of use the cookie cutter approach where they have a template driven tour and all the tours look the same. Well, a Circlescapes tour is going to be uniquely branded to the school and the website. We also allow, we include the ability to add tons of different content. Schools usually already have beautiful imagery, video clips, text descriptions. You can add all of that to the tour to make it more dynamic. And there's no recurring fees. So that's a big one with Circlescapes. It's just one upfront fee. And we work with Finalsite, we work with you to easily get that tour integrated into the website where it's going to live on the web server.
Awesome. Yeah. And I know it is so cool. If you haven't seen one of Circlescapes tours, it's very fun and interactive and so important for your school. Now, Lisa, I know you had mentioned fees just a little bit. And of course, the biggest question is, how much does a virtual tour cost? So I don't know if you could speak to that at all.
Yeah, sure. It's gonna vary depending on the scope of the tour and the number of panoramas, the number of hotspots we're going to include in that tour. But I would say to have a really effective tour that's a good starting point is somewhere around $7,000 to $10,000. Of course, if you are on a tighter budget, there's lots of ways that we can, change the scope so that you maybe start out a little bit smaller. But the beauty of a virtual tour is that it's scalable. Same with your website, right? You can change it very easily over time. You can add to it. We can come back out and take new panoramas. So usually schools that, start with a smaller tour will come back next year. We'll add more images, more content, and expand that tour over time, especially as campuses change, year after year, and your programs change and your students change, body changes. So it really helps to keep it fresh and sort of grow it over time anyway.
No, that's so great to know. So if someone is kind of thinking we'd like to get started, but we're not ready to go all in, that they can get started and then kind of expand over time as it's so necessary to do that as things change. That's awesome. In terms of, if someone's watching this and they're like, okay, I'm ready, what should they do if they're considering a virtual tour?
Well, we would like you to call Circlescapes, of course. And, we have a form on our website that you can fill out and schedule a demo. And we'd be happy to talk to you about your project and the options and the different packages that we offer. And then essentially the process from there is, once we define the scope, we set a photography date. The school will start to gather their assets that are going to go into the tour. And it takes about 2 weeks. Once we have all the images and all of the school's content, it takes about 2 weeks to actually build the tour and launch it.
Okay, awesome. Great to know. Well, thanks so much, Lisa. It was a pleasure talking with you. And I really hope if you're watching this that you'll definitely head over to Circlescapes. We'll include some links in the description of this video so you can head over, kind of check out their portfolio and sign up to get into that conversation with them. But thanks so much, Lisa. And I hope everyone has a great day.
Nice talking with you, Kristen.